In the documentary Blue Scuti Game Crusher, 13-year-old Willis Gibson's life changes overnight when he becomes the first person in human history to beat Tetris. This coming-of-age story explores grief, the power of community, and the rise of an unexpected internet legend. Blue Scuti Game Crusher is directed by Chris Moukarbel, who has previously directed films such as Banksy Does New York and Gaga 5'2". Blue Scuti Game Crusher just debuted at the 2025 Tribeca Film Festival. Blue Scuti Game Crusher is a short and sweet documentary. I recommend checking out this film. Every time I see one of these type of competition type documentaries, I'm always amazed and surprised that there's actually like a cult following for this type of competition, because in this film there is a kind of like community of Tetris players around the world, and there's like rankings and competitions and tournaments, and I was surprised at how organized and how popular it is. In this film, Blue Scuti, it focuses mainly on Willis Gibson, who is 13 years old, and he is quite a unique child. Like when he's growing up, he has like several hobbies, and when he has a certain hobby, he focuses on that hobby. Like for instance, like a space and trains. And when he has that hobby, he focuses on the hobby. He wants to be the best at the hobby, and he doesn't get like loud and angry or egotistical. He's a very quiet kid, and when he comes up against a barrier, he just thinks about the solution, and he comes. So even though he's 13 years old, I found him quite inspiring in this film, because he's able to any obstacle in his life he's able to overcome. In this film, when he's like 11, 12 years old, his father is quite ill in hospital, and this Tetris game for him is a bit of an outlet, so he can deal with this grief in his life. And this film doesn't just focus on Blue Scuti, it focuses on a lot of the other Tetris champions around the world, and also the history of Tetris, the inventor of Tetris, and how Tetris became this quite cult following. It was quite interesting to see how the game has evolved over the years, and how the younger players, like a lot of the champions in this game, they're very, very young. Apparently it's much easier to become good at this game if you are younger, if you're like early teens, late teens, because you have the reflexes in your hands and your body to perform better than someone who's older. So that was interesting to see. But one thing I just wished, because the film is only 1 hour and 16 minutes, I just wish that the film focused on a lot of the other characters in this film, because the other Tetris champions who are playing Willie in the tournaments, they are all interesting characters, and I wanted to know more about these characters. So, and I had a pleasant time watching this film. So I wouldn't have minded if the film was 20-25 minutes longer, just to focus on some of the other champions in this film, just so we can get more invested in their stories once it gets to the end of the film, where of course there's a tournament at the end of the film where Willie and some of the other champions, they have to battle each other to be the world champion at Tetris. So I would have been more investing if we knew more about the other champions in the film. We did get like very small introductions to them throughout the film, like he's my brother, blah blah blah, but very, very short. So the film mostly focuses on Blue Scuti. So I would have liked a bit more about the other champions, but I still recommend checking out this film. I still enjoyed this film. I give Blue Scuti Game Crusher 3.5 stars out of 5. I recommend checking out this film. It's short and sweet. Willis Gibson is quite an inspiring character, even though he's only 13 years old. Even for me, he inspired me. He overcome any challenges in his life, and it was quite nice to see. And there's a lot of interesting characters in this film, and the film really chronicles the history of Tetris and all of the slowly growing cult following of Tetris champions. So I definitely recommend checking out this film. Thanks for watching. What did you think of Blue Scuti Game Crusher? Please comment below what you thought of the film. See you next time. Bye.